Hello everyone, this is Guia from Warm Rest Accord. A few years ago, I made a video about rare weapons in World of Warcraft. Now, most of that info might be outdated with all of the scaling and expansion changes since then, but one portion still holds true to me: the archaeology weapons. When I made that video, I had completed enough to be happy with my new transmogs, but in the doldrums of BFA, I had a very big, very dumb idea. Since I was already done with a lot of archaeology, why not go ahead and finish it? That's right. Every item, every achievement. I wanted to complete archaeology. I really couldn't tell you why I do these things. Perhaps it's because I'm on an RP server and my character is important to me. Guia has been a relic hunter for ages, and I've always loved learning about old, forgotten things in real life. I was that nerd that had a subscription to National Geographic right out of high school. I even wrote 2 books about Guia's adventures. And since anyone can write anything about their character being a famous Tomb Raider, I wanted to back this up in-game. If she was a great explorer, she needed to be the best explorer that the game would allow. Of course, it could also have been my own hubris in thinking that this would be a breeze. Had I learned nothing from my first go-around, surely this grind was mostly over, right? I was wrong, of course, but I soldiered on in dig site after dig site until I finally completed all of archaeology. No more rare weapons, no more abusing the reshuffle maps. With Shadowlands having nothing new for the profession, there was nothing left to find. All told, my journey that started in Mists of Pandaria took several years and over 6,500 completed solves to max out everything. And what did I learn along the way? Archaeology is a largely tough and pointless grind, filled with hours of flying with very little payout. Gone are the days of unique and impressive weapons replaced with a predictable rotation of a rare trinket, a rare pet, and a toy. It's not surprising that Blizzard seems to be getting rid of it, probably deciding that few people took interest in the profession after one last Hail Mary in Legion. However, I don't think that is necessarily the case. Most of the problems from archaeology stem from 2 things. First is the lack of reward. Now this can be easily fixed with investment in cool weapons and items again. They don't necessarily have to be best in slot like the Cataclysm ones, but they should present a hard-earned and easily visible reward. The second is the problem of perception. The biggest issue with archaeology is that players have no way of sensing progression. Each solve is exactly the same, and you are no closer with each completed artifact than you were when you started. It's not necessarily the grind or the time involved, but rather that uncertainty. It's no wonder archaeology has fallen off if players have no way of knowing if they've actually made any headway towards their goal. If I were able to wave a magic wand and solve the problems of archaeology, I would propose this. First, split everything into 2 pages of solves, one for commons and one for rares. This way, there is always a rare solve players can see and immediately judge their progress on. Secondly, remove the uncommon keystones from digs and replace them with a universal rare keystone that is the sole method of solving these rares. This would add not just a way to see progression, but give a lot of flexibility to devs based on how rare they want rewards to be. The rare item could be targeted or randomly selected, and the drop rates on rare keystones can be adjusted as needed. At the very least, players will have a way to immediately see that they have put work in rather than rely on strict RNG. For me, it wasn't necessarily the time investment that was the problem. After all, how many of us are still searching for certain rare mounts after all of these years? But current archaeology isn't something that you can just check at the top of an hour or once a day. The only way to finish anything is to barrel into the unknown, which sounds cool in real life but is much less fun in a video game. Fixing the perception of progress would go a long way to helping renew interest in archaeology, even if the actual time spent is tweaked to be roughly the same. So, after all of that, was it worth it? It's hard to say. I used every trick in the book, from weaving in current achievement digs with older racial boxes, to understanding how racial dig sites spawn. Did you know that if you've completed all of the items of one race, those nodes are less likely to show up in the future? Well, I do now. None of this seemed to help with the time involved or the uncertainty, and most of the rares are now forgotten in my bank. But the ones that were worth it, the mounts, the Cataclysm weapons, these do show the potential of archaeology under proper development management. I can't imagine ever taking off Zin'rokh on my Fury Warrior because they're just that cool and that rare. Really, it's up to you if you want to do it. I can't really recommend getting into archaeology in its current state, but I do see how it can be improved and what potential it offers for those willing to go through the grind. I would like to see it return because it can be a nice way to relax between other content, but it needs a revamp to be truly viable. So, after all said, if you decide to join us in the Explorers League, best of luck and happy digging.